I'm going to talk about the top 5 dating red flags I ignored because I was younger, more stupid, and way too impressed by a pretty face. And I swear, if I knew this earlier, I would have saved myself so much stress and drama and probably a few years added back to my lifespan. And before somebody gets mad, I'm not saying every girl with one of these traits is evil. I'm saying, in my personal experience, every time I ignored these signs, I ended up paying for it later. So take this as bro advice, not a scientific study, please. So, number one, the I can fix her aesthetic. You already know what I mean: the dark tattoos, the demon imagery, the goth baddie energy, the girl who looks like she just walked out of your worst decision and somehow still has you interested. And look, I get it, we've all been there. At some point, every guy thinks the mysterious damaged girl is going to be different with just him. Brother, I swear to God, she is not. That is not your soulmate. That is a side quest with emotional damage attached to it. And the problem is not the tattoos or the style by itself. The problem is when the whole personality is chaos, pain, revenge, just all bad things rolled up into one, and just that nobody understands me type of energy. Because eventually you are not dating her anymore. You are managing an emotional tornado with fucking lip gloss. And you will sit there thinking, maybe if I'm patient enough, maybe if I'm understanding enough, or maybe if I just love her the right way, yeah, she'll calm down. No, fuck that. You are not Bob the Builder. You are not fixing that, trust me. And now, number two, the girl whose entire personality is being unstable, but she makes it look cute. I'm talking the split hair, the impulsive decisions, the I'm crazy but in a fun way vibe. At first, it seems exciting, trust me. It feels different, right? It feels like you found somebody who is intense and passionate, but then 2 months later, you realize you are basically a volunteer therapist with no benefits. Everything from her becomes your responsibility. All of her past issues, her ex, her trauma, her family issues, all the bad decisions and trust issues. Oh, and her mood swings just as an added bonus. And somehow, even if you did nothing wrong, you are now on trial for crimes committed by men you have never fucking met before. You'll be sitting there apologizing for stuff that happened before you even knew she fucking existed. Like, brother, how did I fucking end up in court for another man's case? Trust me, it's just the wrong fucking path. And the worst part is, you might actually start believing it's your job to prove you are different, but trust me, that is the trap with these ones. You are not there to heal every wound somebody else left behind. So now, number three, the girl with a whole roster of male best friends, right? I know some people are going to pretend this is insecure, but let's just be real for a second, man to man. If she is attractive, right, and most of her friends are dudes, a lot of those guys are not just there for the friendship arc. Trust me, they are fucking waiting. They are waiting for the argument, waiting for the breakup, or waiting for the quote unquote he doesn't understand me text, waiting for the one night where she feels lonely and needs somebody to talk to, right? And next thing you know, she is out with friends, right? But somehow everybody else left for, let's just say, somebody named Adam. And now Adam is hearing about your relationship problems at midnight. Like he is the emotional support backup boyfriend, right? Trust me, I have been there. I am not doing that side mission again. Trust me, it fails. And I do not want you guys doing it either. Because once another dude becomes the person she runs to every time there is a problem between you two, you're already losing. You're basically cooked at that point. You just have not gotten a notification yet. And now for number four, the girl who is constantly confused about who she is and drags you into that fucking confusion. I'm not saying people can't grow or figure themselves out at all. Everybody goes through phases, everybody has changes, that is totally normal. But if someone has no stability, basically no identity or emotional control, and no idea what they actually want, you are probably going to be part of that experiment. One week she wants commitment and the next week she needs space from you. Oh, but then she misses you at the same time and then also hates you, but she also wants freedom from you. So you give her that, right? And now she's mad at you because you just gave her freedom. That kind of relationship will have you checking your phone like it's a fucking hostage negotiation. Trust me, just stay far away from it, please. And the crazy part is, you will get hooked on the highs when it's good because it feels fucking amazing. But when it's bad, it feels like your nervous system is getting jumped in a parking lot. That is not love, it is fucking total emotional whiplash. And if you stay in that long enough, you start confusing peace with boredom and chaos with fucking passion. That is when you know you are in trouble and you are probably definitely cooked. Now for number 5, and this one people ignore, the girl who has zero respect for her parents or family for practically no good reason. Now let me be clear, some people genuinely have terrible parents. Some people have been through things nobody should ever have to deal with. That is completely different from what I'm about to say. I'm talking about the girl whose parents seem like they're normal, seem like decent people, but she treats them like enemies of the state because they do not get along with her ideologies and worship every single decision that she makes. That matters because eventually that same disrespect shows up in your relationship. If she has no gratitude, no accountability, and no respect for the people who raised her, do not be shocked when she has no respect for you either, no matter what you do. Because in my experience, when somebody can receive love, support, help, patience, and forgiveness from people around them and still act like everybody owes them more, that attitude does not just magically disappear when they date you. Eventually, you become the person who doesn't understand them just like their parents or their family. You become the next person who is holding them back. You become the next person who is somehow the villain in their fucking story. And brother, you do not want to be the villain in somebody else's made up movie. The lesson is simple. Do not ignore patterns just because somebody is attractive. A pretty face can get you interested, sure, but character decides whether you are going to have peace or whether you are going to spend the next 6 months living at the Lonely Hearts Motel by yourself. Trust me, I've been there. I've had a room in that same hotel, and you do not want to go down that road. Take everything I said with a grain of salt, use your own judgment, and do not learn this stuff the hard way like I did, please. I hope y'all's day is chill. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.